Hello and welcome to Shenanigans. Today I'm going to talk about some tower concepts I have for TDX. Before you keep watching, give note that my native language isn't English, and I'm not great at speaking. Right? Okay, you get it? Okay. Good luck. The first thing I'm going to talk about is the bunker, which starts with multiple attacks. The starting stats are 5 damage every 0.2 seconds, 4 attacks, 20 range, 25 damage per attack, stun immunity, and the starting weapon is LMG. The third top half upgrade is called machine guns, which replaces the LMG with machine guns, which do 320 DPS. The third bottom half upgrade is called grenade launcher, which adds grenade launcher, which do 60 DPS. The fourth top half upgrade is called heavy weaponry and adds heavy machine guns, which do 300 DPS and gives it 35 range. The fourth bottom half upgrade is called energy power, which replaces the LMGs with laser rifles, which do 100 DPS and gives the bunker 60 range. The final top half upgrade is called heavy ammo, which does gives the machine guns 45 damage, and the heavy machine guns ignore bullet resistance and 70 damage, and the bunker 42 range. The final bottom half upgrade is called Gatling turret, which has a Gatling turret on top the bunker, 120 damage to the grenade launcher, and 200 damage for the laser rifle, and 85 range for the bunker. The final stats are 45 damage every 0.1 seconds for the machine guns, the heavy machine guns 70 damage every 0.2 seconds and ignore bullet resistance, and 45 range for the bunker. The bottom half 200 damage every second for the laser rifle, 120 damage every 2 seconds for the grenade launcher, 10 damage every 0.05 seconds for the Gatling turret, and 85 range for the bunker. The next one I'm going to talk about is the assault, which has an ability called focus fires, which causes nearby towers to target on a selected enemy. The starting stats are 20 damage every 2 seconds, 12 range, 10 DPS, stand protection, focus fire level 2, and stun immunity on the second top half and bottom half upgrades respectively. And the starting weapon is a revolver. The third top half upgrade is called Bounty, which switches the weapon to an assault rifle, decreases damage to 10 every 0.50 seconds, 22 range, and focus fire level 3, which gives the ability 10 more range. The third bottom half upgrade is called Sniper, which switches the weapon to a sniper rifle, gives it 50 damage every 2 seconds, 32 range, and 1 pierce. The fourth top half upgrade is called Secondary Weapon, which gives the assassin ability to switch between an assault rifle and a submachine gun. The assault rifle gains 5 more damage and 5 more range, resulting to 15 damage and 27 range. The fourth bottom half upgrade is called Advanced Sniper Training, which makes the assassin able to target air enemies, 50 range and 2 pierce. The final top half upgrade is called Heavy Focus, which makes the focus fire ability to level 4 and gives it 20 more range. The assault rifle gets 20 more damage every 0.10 seconds and 32 range. The submachine guns gain 15 damage every 0.08 seconds and can target air enemies. The final bottom half upgrade is called Heavy Ammo, which increases the damage to 70, 60 range, and ignore bullet resistance. The final stats on the top half are Focus Fire level 4, Assault Rifle, which does 55 damage every 0.1 seconds, and has 52 range, and doing 550 DPS. The submachine gun does 15 damage every 0.08 seconds, 30 range and area detection, and stealth protection on both paths. The bomb path has for level 2, 70 damage every 2 seconds, 60 damage and incoming bullet resistance, and about 45 DPS. Now I'm going to talk about the Sonar Specialist, which passive reveal stealth. That's it. The starting stats are 10 range, 20% range buff, and reveal range 20. The third top-up upgrade is called clipchamp and gives it 20 range, 30 range buff, and reveal range 50 to 50. The third bottom up upgrade is called the weaponized sound, which gives it 15 range, 10 DPS, stealth protection, and enemy slot 10%. The fourth top-up upgrade is called radar communications, which gives it 25 range, 35 range buff, and reveal range to 50, and gives nearby towers stealth protection. The fourth bottom-up upgrade is called high frequency, which gives it 30 range, 20 range, 20 DPS, and enemy slot attack 20%. The final top-up upgrade is called radio tower, which gives it 35 range, 45 range buff, 30 reveal range to 65, and can now affect air enemies. The final bottom-up upgrade is called ear protection, which gives it 30 range, 34 DPS, enemy slot to 30%, and can target air enemies. The final top-up stats are 35 range, 45 range buff, 65 range, gives nearby tower stealth protection, and can affect enemies. The bonus path has 30 range, 34 DPS, 30% enemy slow, stealth protection, and can target air enemies. Now for the unique one, the ammo crate, which you can have on the max of 6. The gimmick is, well, the max is debatable, but I'm gonna keep it just for now. The gimmick is ignore no friendly buffs except air towers, because that would be strange. The starting stats are 10 increased burst size, 10% increased burst size, 5% increased damage buff, 5% increased range buff, 5% reload buff, or 5 range buff, 5% burst interval speeds, and 10 range. The third top-up upgrade is called heavy ammo, which removes the reload buff, interval speed buff, and replaces it with 15% range damage buff and 20% range buff. The third bottom upgrade is called munitions, which removes the damage and range buff, and gives it a biggest burst, gives nearby towers biggest burst size, faster reload speed, faster burst speed, how fast the bursts go, and a 10% explosive damage buff, a damage buff to exclusive to damage type explosive damage type towers. The fourth top-up upgrade is called more ammo, which gives it 20 range, 20% damage buff, 20% range buff, 15% buff, and 50% burst size. The fourth bottom path grade is called special munitions, which gives it a 30% burst size buff, 25% reload buff, 15% burst speed buff, and 50% explosive damage buff, and 10% explosive range buff. The final top-up upgrade is called supply craze, which gives it 10% low ability timer, all abilities, I think, 30 range, 30% damage buff, 25 range buff, and 20% burst size. The final bottom pop upgrade is called proximity sensors, or proximity explosives, doesn't matter right now. 40% burst size, 30% reload speed buff, 25% burst speed buff, and 20% explosive damage buff, 15% explosive range buff, and stealth detection on explosive type towers. The final stats are 10% lower ability timer on the top half, 30 range, 30 damage buff, 25 range buff, and 20% burst size. While the bottom half has 10 range, 10%, 40% burst size buff, 40% reload buff, 25% speed buff, burst speed buff, 20% damage buff, explosive damage buff, 15% explosive range buff, and stealth detection on explosive towers. Now the heavy equipment operator is a guy with a chainsaw and slow down enemies. The starting stats are 5 damage every 0.1 seconds, 5 range and 50 DPS and 5% slowdown. The third top half upgrade is called Heavy Chains, which increases the damage to 15, decreases the reload to 0.05, increases the range to 7, and gives it 300 DPS and 12% slowdown. The third bottom half upgrade is called Drill Head, which increases the damage to 20, decreases the reload time to 0.08, increases the range to 8, gives it 150 DPS, 10% slowdown, and ignore melee resistance. The fourth top up upgrade is called Larger Blade, which gives it 20 range, 0.6 reload, so slower reload time, 333 DPS, about 20% and 20% slowdown. The fourth bottom half upgrade is called Artificial Diamond Base, which gives it 30 damage every 0.07 seconds and gives it 439 DPS. I think I wrote wrong. Well, shit. Anyway, the final top half upgrade is called Heavy Faster Engine, which increases the damage to 30, decreases the reload to 0.04, increases the DPS to 750 then, and gives it 33% slowdown. The final bottom half upgrade is called Tungsten Alloy, which gives it 40 damage, 9 range, and 571 DPS. The final stats are why did I write fail? Anyway, the weapon is a chainsaw, which gives it 30 damage every 0.04 seconds, 8 range, 750 DPS, and 35% slow. Now, the bottom path, final upgrade, final stats are that the weapon is a drill. It does 40 damage every 0.007 seconds, I guess. That has 9 range, does 50, does 571 DPS, 10% slowdown, and ignore melee resistance. Now the crossbowman is a ranged tower which choose a crossbow. Yeah, the starting stats are 20 damage every 1.4 seconds and 50 range and 14 DPS. Not that great. The third top half upgrade is called Heavy Crossbow, gives it 50 damage every 2.5 seconds, 27 range and 20 DPS. The third bottom half upgrade gives it 25 damage every second, 19 range, 25 DPS, and can target air enemies. The fourth top half upgrade is called Depleted Uranium Head, like Arrowhead, Bolthead, I think, and changes the damage type to melee from melee to heavy projectile, which it now does 150 damage every 2.5 seconds still, gives it 29 range and has 60 DPS. The fourth bonus upgrade is called Burning Dart, which gives it 25 reload and 20 burn DPS every 43 seconds. The final top up upgrade is called Strong String and Alloy Bow, which increases damage to 250, gives it 35 range and 100 DPS. The final bottom half upgrade is called Thermite Bows, which gives it 35 range, 90% burn DPS for 15 seconds, and ignore fire resistance. Don't ask me why. And the final stats are on the top half are 250 damage every 2.5 seconds, 32 range, 100 DPS, and heavy projectile damage type. And the bottom half has 25 damage every second. It does 25 damage every second, 23 range, 90 burn DPS for 15 seconds, and ignore fire resistance. Now for one of the strongest towers in the list, I think. It's called the Submarine, which is an invisible water tower. The starting stats are 100 damage every 2 seconds, 5 splash, 30 range, 50 DPS, and stealth detection on the second bottom half. The third top half upgrade is called Nuclear Sub. I think I said that right the first time. And it does 300 damage every 3 seconds, 10 splash, 500 range, 5 attacks, and 100 DPS per attack. Surface to air missiles. It does 300 damage every second, 3 splash, 400 range, 3 attacks, no ground targeting, and can target air enemies and water enemies, but I'll talk about that later. And no, wait, it can't target water enemies, it's not just yet. I'll explain that later. And does 260 DPS per attack. The fourth top half upgrade is called Stronger Thrusters, and decreases the reload speed to 2.5 seconds and gives it 650 range. The fourth bottom half upgrade is called More Parts, which gives it 60 more attacks. The final top half upgrade is called Heavier Head, like it's for the explosive missiles. Which does 900 damage, increases the damage to 900 and gives it 660 range. The final top half upgrade is called Surface to Water Torpedoes, or just torpedoes, which increases the normal attack to 600 damage every 1.5 seconds, and a passive ability that is called Torpedo. Surface to water torpedoes or air to surface torpedoes, depends how you look at it, and it can target ground enemies on water. I'll explain that later. And the final top half stats are 900 damage every 2.5 seconds, maybe increase that to 9,000 damage every 2.5 seconds, but I think that'd be nice today. And it has 660 range, 10 splash, 15 attacks, and 360 DPS per attack. The bottom half final stats are 600 damage every 1.5 seconds, 3 splash, 4 range, 16 attacks, no ground targeting, can target air enemies, has the water torpedoes which do 660 DPS, and the bottom half submarine has 400 DPS per attack. The most unique tower on this list is called the Make Command Center, which spawns units directly on the path. Well, it drops them, but I'll get into that later. The drop scouts are the first unit in of the command center, which has 200 health, will begin with 200 health, 10 DPS, and 1 every 66 seconds. It has an ability called Drop Course, which is basically where you want to drop them on the map. The third top of upgrade is called Drop Soldiers, which adds drop soldiers to the command center, which has 350 health, 150 DPS and 3 every 60 seconds. Drop scout level 3 and upgrades this drop scouts to level 3, which gives them 300 health, 60 DPS and 4 every 66 seconds. The third bottom half upgrade is called Sentries, which removes the drop scouts and replaces it with a light sentry, which gives it 500 health, 150 DPS, and it drops 1 every 7 seconds. The fourth top half upgrade is called Juggernaut, which gives it drop Juggernaut, which has 700 health, 130 DPS, and 2 every 7 seconds. The fourth bottom half upgrade is called Anti-Air Turret, which gives it Anti-Air Turret, which will have 700 health to 60 DPS, 200 health, 60 DPS, and 3 every 60 seconds. The sentry has now 600 health, 20 DPS, and it drops 2 every 66 seconds. The final bottom half upgrade is called Voltage Pyromania, which adds a drop flame trooper, which has 600 health, 500 DPS, and 1 every 65 seconds. A drop gunner, which has 750 DPS, 70 damage, and 2 every 80 seconds. The heavy saber is the final bottom half upgrade is called, and it has a heavy anti-air turret, 400 health, 100 DPS, and 4 every 55 seconds. Heavy sentry has now 750 health, 300 DPS, 350 DPS, and 3 every 70 seconds. Now there's an anti-tank rail cam, which has 1200 health, 2000 DPS, and 1 every about 2 minutes, exactly 136 seconds. Another unique one is the recoil striker, which you need to manually fire and aim to use. The stunning stats are 20 damage, 15 range, 2 reload, and 2 flash. The third focus upgrade is called the Path 40, gives it 500 damage, 22 range, decreases the reload to 1.5 and 3 splash. The third bottom upgrade is called the Carl Gustav. It auto aims, you need to manually fire it still. 250 damage, 19 range, 2.5 reload, and 2.5 splash. 2.25 reload. The fourth top upgrade is called Heat Rounds, which ignore explosion resistance, explosion resistance. God damn, I cannot talk today. 600 damage, 2.5 reload, and 5 splash. The fourth bottom upgrade is called Stronger Rounds, which gives it 100 damage and 3 splash. The final top upgrade is called Longer Casing, which gives it 30 range and 1 pierce. The final bottom upgrade is called Heavy Heat Sights, which gives you stealth detection and 25 range. The top half is my nose itchy. Anyway, the final top half stats are 600 damage, 30 range, 1 reload, 1.25 reload, 4 splash, inward explosion resistance, and 1 pierce. The bottom half has auto aim, but not auto fire, 500 damage, 25 range, 2.5 reload, 3 splash, and stealth detection. Now the oil pump is unique because it's a constant equal tower. It begins with 20 cash every 6 seconds, so 20 cash every minute. The top half upgrade is called Larger Pipes, which gives it 50 cash every 60 seconds, and the third bonus path is called faster engine, which is 20 cash every 40 seconds. The larger pump is the fourth top path upgrade, which gives it 120 cash every 40 seconds, and laser motor, it gives it 30 cash every 30 seconds. Dual pumps on the top final upgrade gives it 360 cash every 40 seconds, and laser drill gives it 30 cash every 10 seconds. Now the final stats are 360 cash every 40 seconds, and the bonus path final stats are 30 cash every 10 seconds. Now the quarry is basically the old pump path for health for the base. It gives 10 health every 70 seconds. You know the drill, top path gives more, bottom path gives it more often. Larger drill gives it 30 health every 7 seconds, more equipment gives it 10 health every 40 seconds, better equipment gives it 45 health every 60 seconds, faster service gives it 15 health every 30 seconds, laser equipment gives it 60 health every 60 seconds, and laser equipment gives it 20 health every 6 and every 25 seconds. Did you guys say right at all? Like on the rest. Anyway, the final top paths are 60 health every 60 seconds, and bottom path is 20 health every 25 seconds. The elevated platform is unique because it is not useful in the first two upgrades. Well, it is because you can place it on land and water. The starting stats are 440 health, the second floor is 2 floors, the second is available on the second top path. The largest tower you can have is 4 XWN turrets, and on each platform. The third top path upgrade is called Fortress, which increases the health to 1000, which is 30 damage, 4 attack, 0.1 reload, 25 range, and 300 DPS per attack. And the ore rig is unique because the elevated platform must be on water to be able to upgrade it. And it gets 900 health and 20 cash every 30 seconds. The fourth top path upgrade is called Rocket Launcher, which gives it 2000 health and gives it a passive ability called Rocket Launcher, which is an explosive type, 100 damage every 2 seconds, which results in 50 DPS, and gives the elevated platform 40 more damage. The fourth path upgrade is called Deeper Pipe, which has 40 cash every 30 seconds. And the final top path upgrade is called Reinforced Wall, which gives it 20,000 health and 60 damage every 0.6 seconds, and 30 range and 1000 DPS. The stronger pipes are the final bottom path upgrade, which gives it 4000 health, 80 cash every 29 seconds. The final stats are 20,000 health and 60 damage every 0.06 seconds, 1000 DPS, 30 range, passive ability is called Rocket Launcher, again 100 damage every 2 seconds, 50 DPS, and the bottom path is 4,000 health and 8 cash every 25 seconds. Now here's a unique, I think, tower. It's called the Chinook. Did I say it right? The gimmick is it has only 3 upgrades on each path, yes, and it can also pick up and reposition the towers without selling them. And the starting stats are fire speed, cola speed 10 seconds, and unit limit EDJ, like the strong, heaviest large unit. The first upgrade, because there is not more, is called Stronger Cables, which increases the unit limit to Juggernaut, and the bottom path up, which is called Stronger Motors, which increases the polar speed to 5 seconds. The second top-up upgrade is called bigger propeller, which increases the unit's limit to XWM turret and gives it 10 more speed. Gear change gives it faster pull speed to 3 seconds and an ability called platform, which causes the ship Chinook to stop more moving, allowing the pickup towers to shoot and attack. The final in this third top-up upgrade is called faster engine and alloy cable, which increases the unit limit to patrol boat. And the third bonus upgrade is called better winch control. I think I said that right. And it allows the platform to change height. Yeah. The martial artist is a fast stunner and has ability requirements. The starting stats are 5 damage every 0.5 seconds for the range, 10 DPS, and 2 burst. The third top-up upgrade is called boxing, which gives it 15 damage every quarter of a second, 0.25 seconds, 60 DPS. That's it. The third bonus upgrade is called kickboxing and gives it 20 damage, 40 DPS, and 5 range. The fourth top-up upgrade is called brass knuckles and gives it 25 damage every 0.15 seconds and results in 166 DPS about. And the fourth bonus upgrade is called steel-toed boost, which gives it 40 damage every 0.2 seconds and gives it 200 DPS. The final top-up upgrade is called adrenaline rush and gives it 30 damage every 0.1 seconds, 30 DPS, and the passive ability called adrenaline rush, which requires Uber and gives the martial artist 100% damage buff and 50% fire rate buff. The final bonus upgrade is called Rage and gives it 50 damage and results in 250 DPS. Its passive ability is called Rage and gives it 150% damage buff, 100% fire rate buff, but it requires a crit from the medic. The final stats for the top half are 30 damage every 0.1 seconds, 4 range, 30 DPS, passive ability adrenaline rush, 100% damage buff, 50% fire rate buff, Uber required. Modifier is final stats are 50 damage every 15 damage, 5 range, 0.2 reload, 150 DPS, passive ability rage, 150% damage buff, 100% fire rate buff, and require quick crits. The last tower I'm going to talk about is the Toxic Duel, which is an auto gas tower which can spray on the path. The starting stats are 10 DPS for 3 seconds, 3 seconds are the gas cloud is 3 seconds, 1 splash, max it can only target max 5 enemies, 0.2 reload, and 8 range. The third top-up upgrade is called High Pressure, which gives it 20 DPS for 5 seconds, the gas cloud lasts for 6 seconds, 2 splash, max 20 enemies, 0.15 reload, and 20 range and stealth pressure. The third bonus upgrade is called Gasoline, which gives it 30 DPS for 9 seconds, the gas cloud lasts for 3 seconds, 3 splash, max 10 enemies, 25 range, and the enemies will ignite if shot or burned, and it has 5 burn DPS. The fourth top-up upgrade is called a low pH acid, which gives it 30 DPS for 5 seconds, the gas cloud lasts for 12 seconds, and gives it 25 range. The bottom path upgrade is called fourth bottom path upgrade is called Napalm Mix and gives it 25 DPS for 90 seconds, and its gas cloud lasts for 20 seconds, and it can only have max 15 enemies, and it increases the burn DPS to 30. high pH base gives it 400 DPS for 9 seconds. The gas clouds last for 14 seconds. And the bottom path upgrade is called Thermite, which gives it 50 DPS for 30 seconds. Then the gas clouds last for 25 seconds. It gets 30 range and 80 burn DPS. The final stats are 80 DPS for 9 seconds. The gas clouds last for 14 seconds. 2 splash, max 20 enemies, 0.50 reload, 25 range, and stealth detection. The bottom half has 50 DPS for 30 seconds. Free splash. Shit, I forgot the max duration. I think it's 25 seconds. Yeah. Max 15 enemies, 0.2 reload, 30 range, ignite enemy if shot or burn, and 80 burn DPS. The healing turret is the actually last tower on this list. The gimmick is it heals air towers, just air towers. The starting stats are 1 reload, 10 HP per shot, and 20 range. Is like the Crusader's crossbow from TF2. The third top up upgrade is called Magazine, which gives it 8 burst, 20 HP per shot, and 30 range. While the third bottom half is called Medibeam, which gives it 40 HP and 40 HP per second, the healing rate, and 25 damage. The fourth top-up upgrade is called Faster Launcher, which decreases the burst interval to 0.2 per second. The previous one was 0.5. And the fourth bottom path upgrade is called Stronger Beams, which increases the healing rate to 100 HP per second. The fifth top path upgrade, the final one, is called Better Core, the Better Gun Core, which gives it 16 burst, 0.1 burst in second burst interval, 50 HP per shot, and 60 range. The Stronger Energy is the fifth bottom path upgrade, and it gives the healing turret 20 HP per second, the healing rate, and 40 range.